Do your assets count for your subsidy within Ohio's health insurance marketplace? Well, stick around because that's today's insurance question. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance, and today we're talking about your subsidy and the marketplace here in Ohio, or you might know it as Obamacare, healthcare reform, the Affordable Care Act. It's all kind of the same thing. The marketplace is obviously the crowning achievement of healthcare reform and the Affordable Care Act, and these things called subsidies are what make it work. And really, it's boiled down your income to the most important question that you're going to want to ask about finding health insurance. If your income qualifies within a specific range, you're going to qualify for what's called a premium subsidy, which means the government's going to give you money to help pay for your health insurance. Figuring out this subsidy is pretty easy. There's a subsidy calculator, which I will have linked below this video for you to check out if you want to estimate your own subsidy. But when I'm talking to a lot of people about figuring out their subsidy, they will ask me if their assets, their home, their cars, their savings, their retirement, their investments, if any of that's going to actually come into play when calculating their subsidy, because we'll be getting into income and how much they make, how much they don't make. And a lot of times people are kind of poor on paper, if you will, meaning the income's really low, but they have a lot of investments and money elsewhere that doesn't show up in income. And the answer to this question very simply is not right now. Your assets are not taken into account when factoring in your subsidy. This is good for you if you do have a lot of investments, a lot of money elsewhere tied up in things, because basically it's only going to show income. So your subsidy, if your income is within that range, is going to be lower, and you will get money from the government to pay for your health insurance. Now the trick is you're going to want to make sure that you don't want to have the income too low to where you don't actually qualify at all. Now, of course, there are a lot of different ranges, and I don't want to take up the time to go over it in this video, as we've covered it extensively in previous videos and in other material on the website and on this YouTube channel. However, the most important thing for you to know, and like I said, I've had this question asked of me a lot, is that your assets are not taken into account right now. Now, this is 2014. Could this change for 2015? It's possible. It's definitely something that could be addressed, even if it's not in 2015 and maybe 2016 down the road. So obviously we will update you as that progresses, but as of right now, your assets are not taken into account when factoring your subsidy. The only number that you're going to want to concern yourself with when figuring that subsidy out is your modified adjusted gross income. That's the fancy tax word that is being tossed around. The number that you're going to want to find, if you don't know what it is, call your accountant. He'll be able to give you that number pretty easily. You're going to be using projections for 2014. So for this year, whatever's left to be made, whatever you think is going to be made, is what you're going to use to factor in that total income. For 2015, as we come into this second enrollment period, we're going to want to use a projection for 2015 when we start applying here in November. So that's it, just a quick little rundown on assets and your income and how it all works together to qualify for subsidies under the Affordable Care Act. Of course, that is today's insurance question. We are doing these 5 days a week. Every day we are open for business. We are going to be answering a question for you. So if you have a question that you would like to see answered, feel free to leave a comment below wherever you're finding this video. Be happy to answer it for you very soon. Of course, if you have some more specific questions that we didn't really address about your income, obviously everyone's income is different, that I didn't get to, that you want to kind of find out a little bit more about how it's going to work for your subsidy, well, feel free to reach out to me directly via phone, email, joey@gingolainsurance.com. Be happy to talk with you about your situation a little bit more in depth. And if you're even looking for more information, well, I'd encourage you to go ahead and grab this free 5-part video series that I've put together for you. It's going to walk you through step by step exactly the same process as if you were to reach out and talk to me on the phone. We're going to break down every step in that process to getting health insurance through Ohio's health insurance marketplace, and very detailed videos for you. All you got to do is click on this cover right here for that to happen, and you can go ahead and start watching that video series right now. If not, if you're against clicking on this cover for whatever reason, there is going to be a link below in the video's description. So of course, I do want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It does mean a lot to me. I appreciate it. And of course, as always, I am Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance. Take it easy, everyone.